Welcome to Second Life's 11th birthday. I am here for our art talk, which we are doing here at the Second Life birthday celebration every night at 4 p.m. And tonight, my special guest is Ginger Lorakett. Ginger, thank you for joining me.
No worries. Thank you for asking me to come.
Yeah, um, I had seen your work years ago, and I just love what you've done here. But let's start at the beginning first and then get to that. What I wanted to find out is what brought you into Second Life to begin with?
Um, I first learnt about Second Life seeing it on a morning news program in Australia and didn't think much about it. Thought, oh, that looks pretty cool, but yeah, not for me. And then a friend of mine said, oh, you should try it. So I thought, all right, I'll give it a go. I logged in, went meh, and didn't log back on for another week. And then when I came back, I was on Help People Island, and I wouldn't leave for about a week because I was too scared because I thought the vampires were going to get me and I was going to die and lose my
Aw.
avatar. And it was quite funny. But then I decided to start exploring, and then I bumped into some friends that I still have today, and they sent me to a place called NCI, which is New Citizens Incorporated, and that's a helping and learning place where new people can come along and we'll help them find their way so they can go along into Second Life and do what they want to do. And then just hanging around there helping, we encourage people to build and learn and things like that. And that's where I just started building. And then one day I made some pictures and then I thought, it'd be pretty cool if you could put a pose inside that and get inside of it. And then it just started developing from there. My original
Mhm.
pieces were very thick and large with a very premy as well, so that you were actually completely inside a box in the artwork. But being so thick, it was so hard for people to put into their houses. They wanted to put them in their houses, but they took up an entire room. So that's when I
Yeah,
started
I
thinning
can
them
imagine.
out. Yeah,
And
thinning them out,
how
and
long ago did
they
you?
are what they are now. Sorry.
That's all right. How long ago did you start in SL?
2009, October it
Okay.
was,
Okay.
2009. So a little while now, but I still feel like a noob.
And did you create art in real life beforehand?
Yes, I did. I did art and design at school, won photography contests, graphic design. I did quite a fair bit. And actually, my art teacher always said to me that I had a thing. And I'm like, what do you mean a thing? And she goes, whenever I create any art, whenever I painted
Nope.
anything, I had to stick something on and make it poke out. And I think maybe Second Life doing this sort of artwork, we're having things poking out and being part of it and making it more 3D is, I suppose it's just, I enjoy making it.
Yeah, and you're so good at it. It's so much fun. So you started creating. Yeah, came up with the idea to make these pictures into a 3D version that people could actually jump into. What was your first one?
The first one was, is it Monet or whatever? Agapanthus. It was one of those. And I'd taken the picture, I put it into Photoshop, I'd alphaed out a lot of it and made it transparent in different degrees and had it also, it was this big foresty looking picture. I'm pretty sure it was agapanthus. And then I put a dance inside of the box. So you were dancing inside all these flowers. So that was the first one I did, and that was again one of the really thick ones. And then I did what was it? I can't even remember what it's called. How bad's that? Um, anyway, it's the night sky, I think it is. And again, that was a really thick one with a flying animation. So you flew. It was like you're flying in and out the sky.
Ah, I gotcha. Um, yeah, Dr. Fran is asking if that was Starry Night.
That's it. Starry Night. It is. How could I forget it? I don't know. That's correct. Van Gogh, Starry Night. Thank you, Dr. Fran.
And then from there, um, did you find that what you were creating in Second Life was actually inspiring you to do different things in real life with your art?
Um, yeah, yes and no, because I kind of did that anyway. When I start, if I get around to painting something, I will stick something on it somewhere to make it, a bit more 3D. So, like, last year I made for my mother-in-law. She loves pomegranates, so I made a painted pomegranates, and then I leather and red glass beads, so it came out and it actually looked like a pomegranate half poking out of the painting. So I kind of, yeah, that's kind of my thing, making things stick out.
Fun. Um, and have you found now you have a gallery with your pieces? Do you ever just like
Yes,
show up and find people just hanging out in a piece?
occasionally, and I mean that's all part of the fun. And that's I tell people, if you're bored, go and hang out there because they can be fun if you haven't discovered them before. A lot of people will go in there and they use them to do their profile pictures. They'll get in there and take a photo and use it, yeah, for their profiles. So
Oh,
it's
great
it's actually
idea.
funny. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, I'm looking around and then I look at check someone's profile. I'm like, hey, that's my art. They must have seen it. Huh.
Now, let's talk about some of the pieces that we actually have here around us. Um, to our right, the stairs of books. What inspired that one?
Um, that one was inspired by I bought myself a mesh book and I'm like, what can I do with a mesh book? I want to incorporate it into the art piece. And then so just scanning over the internet, I saw that image and I'm like, that could be good, and just put it all together and redesign the cover of the book so it's actually the name of the art piece, which is Stairway to Knowledge, and I've put my name on there as the author of the book.
I could use a stairway to knowledge. I think I'm going to have to take a trip up that stairway when we're done. And what about the piece behind the name of it, and what inspired you to make that one?
Hanging for the Future. I think I just really liked the image on when I saw it. I'm like, I just I just really really liked it, and with the bottom piece underneath where you're hanging now, that's actually part of the picture, and I made a prim copy of that so that you could actually hang off that and hang outside and hang out for the future.
That's I'm hanging out for the future right now. I wanted to jump into the picture so you guys could see, if you hadn't seen what her artwork does. Every piece you can actually sit in, right click and sit in it, and it has you do a different animation. So, how about the other one that's right above it? Let's talk about that
The
one.
above it,
Uh
that's one
huh.
of the newer pieces, and I had another picture of a dragon, and I actually had this one sitting in my to do folder for a while, and I'm like, okay, that could go along with my theme of dragons. It's not really a dragon, it's a horse, but we don't have to tell everyone that. There was the actual original picture had a man standing in front of it, so I've used Photoshop and blanked him out with in the clouds and the dirt and everything like that, and removed him, and then put an animation in. You have to sort of stand to the side. It's like you're going out and you're touching him, and you're reclaiming. He's a reclaimed guardian. So you've reclaimed the the wood and the ropes, and you've made yourself a guardian.
Nice. He seems so nice. And the far piece on our left, let me jump
Oh,
into that one.
Yeah, that one's called Discovery because if you look look right down there on the right hand side, down the bottom, there is a little city under the water there. So, and that's a mermaid pose, swimming mermaid pose. So I
I
put that
didn't
in
even
there,
see
and
that little
it's
city down there.
yeah. So that's
I did.
you're there, and you've gone for a swim, and you've discovered the little city. That's why it's called Discovery. And that one actually has an extra prim on the front with water going down slowly, so you can. It's got a ripple effect on the screen as well as being inside of it. But yeah,
Nice.
so that's that one.
I'm, I'm floating in water. Cool. And yes, totally. Someone just said that I'm shopping more art because I totally love art in SL. And uh, Ginger knows I have many of her pieces already, actually, but I don't have
Yes.
any of the four that are out here. So I might be shopping. Aw.
Oh,
So,
it's.
whoops. Go ahead.
I was just. I'm glad I got things out that you hadn't seen before because displaying them all the time, sometimes I have to put the same ones out, and people are like, "Oh yeah, seen it. Oh yeah, seen it." So I need to start getting a few more pictures out there.
Now you have a parcel here at Second Life's birthday. And what type of stuff do
I
you have
do.
there?
I have a few of these pictures. I'm not sure all of them are out there, but again, it's all my artwork set out and to display and play in and take photos in if you wish, and just explore.
And then you're also showing at the Conception, which is Burning Man's summer event, right? Here in Second
That's
Life.
yes, that's correct. That one, I was away from Second Life for 3 weeks. And I had to come back and I'm like mad panic. Oh my God, what do I stick out? And I decided to put it was I had to get it together very quickly, but I decided to put all my first works out there. They're all the really big, thick, primmy ones, box pictures. But I thought it's just something different that people can see that maybe haven't seen them or haven't seen them for a long time.
Right. Are there any other events that you are currently showing at?
Not at the moment. No, it's just the Second Life birthday and the Burn 2.
And you do have your gallery people can go
Yes, I
to.
do. Yes,
And
I
what's
do.
the gallery called?
Inside art. I call all my art inside art because you get inside the art. It's very creative, I know, but
It's kind of factual.
yeah.
uh And so, next steps for your art. What's coming up?
At the moment, I'm working on something for someone that I'm not really allowed to talk about because I'm designing a few things for someone in Second Life um, that I shouldn't have really said in the first place because I can't really say anything about it. Uh, um, just
So, you're
helping
doing some
someone out with
consignment type work,
something.
yeah? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then maybe I'll get inspired to make some more art. But at the moment, putting most of my time into NCI, which is New Citizens Incorporated, that the place that I first came to when I first started coming into Second Life. I help out there a
Mm-hmm.
lot, and we've got an in-world store. We normally never sell anything, but to help us raise funds to get classes, because we have classes, we have events, and everything where everyone is welcome to come along, and just to help out with those things and to help pay the rent because the Lindens don't let you get it on the cheap. You got to pay the rent. We've got an in-world store, so we're selling things that people have donated, and all the funds and all the money made goes to New Citizens Incorporated. And that's
And is
located on the
that
same sim as my gallery. So if you go and play in the art, and then you could go along the store and help support a helping and learning area.
oh fantastic? And do you find that the people that come to NCI are from one specific country, many countries?
Oh, we get anyone and everyone that comes to NCI, and it's fun because it's different every day. Where people will come in and they can't get dressed, or they can't see themselves. They're a cloud, or who knows? There could be all sorts of problems, and they just come in and we just try our best and help them out and send them on their way. And a lot will come back and hang out and help others in turn, and it just keeps steamrolling from there.
Places like that are invaluable because I know in some of the just generic newbie worlds, certain people like to take advantage of those newbies. And
Exactly.
yeah, and this way, they have a place where they can go and feel safe.
Exactly. I mean, I think if I hadn't have found NCI or a place like that, I may not still be in Second Life because I wouldn't know that I cannot die from a vampire bite. I mean, I would have eventually learnt that, but um, and I wouldn't have learnt the building skills that I have and made the friendships that I have that make me want to come back into Second Life every day.
And that's
I also
something.
wouldn't have.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I also would not have met my husband. My husband, Andre Kestrel, we're married in real life now. We met in Second Life at NCI. And yeah, so I wouldn't have met him either if I hadn't have stumbled across there.
Aww, a lovely ending to a story. Is he an artist too?
No, he's a scripter. We're like a I make things look pretty, he makes them do stuff.
Awesome, that's a perfect pair. Well, I was going to ask you, what have you thought about art in SL since you've been in here?
I love it. I mean, to me, everything is art in Second Life, including someone's avatar. I mean, you may not make the clothes and the hair and everything, but you've still got to put them together, and you've got to. To me, that's art as well. Everything is creative. So
And do you find that people share techniques a lot? Have you learned from others in here?
oh, definitely. The whole when I first started making the art, it was my friend Trent, who I've been friends with since I've been on Second Life as well. And he's the one that showed me the whole layering with alphas to get the 3D effect in my first artworks. And hanging around in the place that I do hang out, there's so many people that will hang there and build and script and chat, and you're just learning every day. It's I really really enjoy it.
And have you done any collaborative pieces? Well, actually, every day is one with between you and your husband with the scripting and the building, but with others?
Um, I've done a few things. I think there was a university once that did a test to see if random strangers could work together and build something together, and I was in that. I participated in that, and we did fairly well. I think we did well. Um, and I had a lay sim, the Linden Endowment for the Arts, last year or early this year. I don't know. Time goes so weird, so fast. I had a lay sim, and I actually had a friend of mine, Chip. He does fantastic gardens, so lifelike, and he came along and helped me, and we built an entire sim together of Alice in Wonderland. And then at the very end
Uh,
of the path, as you went through the sim, I had all my art displayed in a gallery.
I remember that one. And SL is kind of like an Alice in Wonderland feeling, I think, for a lot of people in general. You've come down the hole, and anything you can possibly imagine can happen.
Exactly.
Well, I wanted to open it up if anybody in the audience has questions for Ginger. You can ask a question. All right. Okay. Sorry, I was getting an IM and it wasn't the question. I was like, oh no. Next steps for you as far as helping others, will you be teaching others how to do this?
Sorry, I was just reading a question. um, I don't know. I don't know if I suppose I could teach people to do this if they really wanted to, but I think to art, you find your own niche, you find your own thing. I mean, I do help people. Look, people, like I said, I hang in the helping and learning area. People will come in every day and, they'll ask, "Oh, how do I make a box?" And I'll show them how to res a cube, add textures, fiddle with the oh, memory blank. Sorry, this is because I'm being interviewed. There's pressure. Um,
That's okay. I
I'm
do that
sorry.
just because. There's no reason whatsoever for me. And I got to tell you, the whole taking your art to your avatar, if we look around in this audience, even, I mean, it's so fantastic to see everybody's creations, from their imaginations, they've created them, their persona in here. And
Exactly.
it's so much fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm usually this same avatar with different clothes, but every now and then I'll be something different. And yeah, just to, I don't know, just for fun. And I love dress ups in Second Life. It's like virtual Barbie dolls. Love it.
Totally. Well, I want to thank you for joining us tonight, and we will definitely people stop by her gallery and check out all of her in art. Am I saying that right? In art? Inside
Inside
art?
art. Yes.
Inside art pieces. They're so much fun to jump in, and she has them all out in her gallery, and you can jump all around. Or her parcel here, she can,
Where
you
am
can
I?
jump
I'm
there
in
and see as well.
Enchant. I'm in Enchant number 3 in SLB.
I have an LM I can pass out to people actually.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.